and it's kickoff. Classic Kickerz versus Park Club, a Division C battle, and you know, with the hopes that Park Club do win after the recent, you know, half of the lineup always showing up in Team of the Week. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this would be an interesting game, seeing their strong attack, especially Adzrox and Kleza. However, I'm pretty sure Kleza is, I know he is on right now, but a strong lineup would scrub as they quickly make a mistake in the attack. But they are a pretty strong attack, and we do see a through ball down the left with two attackers in the box. Kleza now got player of the week in round 5, but cleared away. What a defense! But Azrock, another team of the week player in round 5, but I can't remember exactly who came out in round 6, as that team of the week hasn't came out yet. But we have Nezus in now. Sees Kleza. Kleza tries to flick it past. Sees a few options in the box, but might try and dribble through. Gets it through to the bullet, but cleared away. Now the left side again. I'm a big boy. Crosses it into Kleza. Shot, and it's blocked by someone in the defense. But again, constant pressure with Tricks cow now. Crossed again, but gone wide. Unlucky. It's a pretty good block, Now we have whatever that name is, passing it short to Actually Bad. Might have to get a few options, and does get it to Egyptian Yo-Yo. Does have a bit of issues with the referee before the game, but did eventually get past, as Kleza was a bit too high for him and gets launched up. I don't know what happened there, but Timurtar gets past two Park Club players, and now Azrock's pressuring him. Sees a few options down the box, but a free player in the middle might have to get that bullet through, and it does, but offside. Unlucky. Now we have Scrub. Oh, okay. Adrox now sees Kleza. Kleza has quite a lot of space and another option in the box, and does take the shot, but hits the post. Now Classic Kickerz goalkeeper tries to find a few options. Might have to get it to Egyptian Yo-Yo, but does see Timurtar. Now we have seen a lot of shots being taken by Park Club, but none of them have really shown to be exactly on target. A lot of shots, but most of them have either been gone wide or, especially with the Classic Kickerz as well, they have been getting options, but the positioning, it might not be exactly where it was. There was a little bit of lag, but referee doesn't call that. And now we see Classic Kickerz getting the options of attacking, but the positioning isn't always there. I don't know why he couldn't have just crossed it in. But Actually Bad now, being pressured, seized a few options, but to Julian, does lag a little bit, shoots, amazing goal, but I don't know why the referee hasn't called that lag. Okay, I mean, it was a lag call, so I don't know what happened, but the referee didn't say anything, so there was a bit of confusion, and I think Classic Kickerz knew that themselves, because they didn't really complain against it, but they were going to call VAR. But I reckon Park Club did get quite lucky, but Egyptian Yo-Yo steals it right off of the attack, gets a few options in the middle, flicks it through, but a bit too powerful. Now they have been complaining about the server, but we've only seen that from Park Club. I don't think we've seen any of the Classic Kickerz players complaining. But Kleza, a laggy block, Actually Bad. Takes a few options. There is a few options in the middle, but tries to get it through to Egyptian Yo-Yo. Egyptian Yo-Yo lagging as well right before the ball, but does eventually pass it right away. Timurtar now might have to get it through the middle. A bullet does seem likely here, but ZRX sees that option. Julian now. Will he take it? And it's a beautiful block by I can't see the name, but it was a beautiful block. But Julian now has his second chance. Block again. Amazing performance. And now I'm a big boy. Tries to Kickerz. What a fake! Is this guy Vinicius Jr.? Oh my. Oh, and actually bad takes it. Now we have seen amazing defense from both sides. Timurtar sees Emzius. Emzius doesn't really have a few options, but will have to pass it back to Timurtar. Timurtar gets it through to Egyptian Yo-Yo. We might see him lag again, especially with the pressure, but actually bad. Gets it through. Beautiful chemistry right here. We do love to see it now. Egyptian Yo-Yo sees Julian, a key factor in this classic Kickerz attack, and it does have a few options. It might be a 3-ball, but Scrub runs into it and dives. You know, I'm impressed with how classic Kickerz have been playing, but you would expect that Park Club would have been the favourites for this, especially with their recent performances. However, classic Kickerz have been showing that they can uphold against their attack, and the midfield itself, they haven't been doing too bad, but I would say that the defense and the attack have been the main factors between this game. But Kickerz now has a lot of space again. Actually bad, forced to mark another player, might have to run into it, but Julian stolen away, and it's too high. Now the goalkeeper now gets it through to actually bad, just sticking, but the Park Club defense couldn't find that player on the right. I don't know where the left back is, but there's now 3 attackers. Emzius trailing behind, but just that few options why Ben Hadi being a bit wide just in case. But Egyptian Yo-Yo has another beautiful space. It's a driven Julian wide. They have been getting their chances through, but I don't know what happened there. It was a beautiful shot, but just not on target. It was indeed a big chance. Nezu Sin now to I'm a big boy. Tries to flick it past, but Egyptian Yo-Yo lagging. It might not be called, and John Fizz goes wide. There's only Kickerz in the attack. Several defenders surrounding him. They might have to delay this a little bit, but sees that option down the middle with Xentoru. Actually bad, steals away, but Xentoru. Beautiful block by Timurtar. This defense is amazing. Now Park Club sticking on the pressure. Now there's 3 attackers. Might get the Moss, and he does. Beautiful goal. Now unjected. Does take the kick off to actually bad. Actually bad. Sees Timurtar. Finds MCVS, but did lag a little bit beforehand. These players are getting lucky with their lag calls, as it is happening majority of the time before the ball gets through. Now Ben Hadi sees Zervi, but Egyptian Yo-Yo a lot of time with a lot of attackers in the box. That's 4 attackers, but Zavi shoots. Beautiful block, but Timurtar there to take it away. Gets that pressure through to Ben Hadi. Tries to fake it, but Ben Hadi takes it back. Now actually bad. Gets it through. Few options down the middle with Ben Hadi as well. Ben Hadi just rotating around the defense. We've seen him on the left side in the beginning of this half, but with 30 seconds left on the clock, he is pushing a little bit forward. But Egyptian Yo-Yo gets it to unjected, and it's cleared away. But Ben Hadi, beautiful interception, and now cleared away with actually bad. But the goalkeeper pops out of his line to try and get the ball through. Might have to try and hold it until last attack, and that is what it seems like it's going to happen with last attack being called now. But Egyptian Yo-Yo will be able to get that, and a bunch of attackers in the box. We will see a goal. Zavi, bottom left, amazing. Now kickoff, kicks again with 1-1. This has been an amazing, decent game, but few subs with I'm pretty sure Graphical is on now. Someone did get subbed, but couldn't remember who. But unjected is through, but by himself. But Julian now could have gotten it to Mzivius, but it might have been a better pass. But you know, we don't question it. But Egyptian misses the pass, and Graphical steals it away. Kickerz does make the run with 2 defenders behind him, and Actually Bad is the only defender that's ahead of him. I don't know what flick that was, but Egyptian Yo-Yo does steal away, redeeming himself to Actually Bad. Actually Bad sees Timurtar. Timurtar with Mzivius does indeed get that pass through, has that left side, decides to try and run into the middle a little bit, doesn't really want that left side, but Julian gets a switch, gets that pass back to the keeper. Keeper is a little bit high, getting off his line, but Egyptian Yo-Yo now through to Actually Bad. Actually Bad to Zavi. Could have run back a little bit, but might have been a bit risky. I don't know if that was by accident, but does get it through to Mzivius by accident or fake, I'm pretty sure. But Egyptian Yo-Yo being pressured by both Graphical and I'm a Big Boy. Zavi now does flick through, successful, crosses it in. Ben Hadi, a save by Scrub. Unlucky Ben Hadi, but straight at the keeper, unluckily. Could have seen a decent through ball, and the referee is right. The classic Kickerz attack is just pressuring that box. I'm a Big Boy. Tries to see a few options. Kickerz running a bit closer to Big Boy, but Actually Bad does intercept it. Now, Zarvi sees Mzivius. Runs to the, okay. I thought I was expecting him to run a bit forward, but Timurtar being pressured by Kickerz. Sees Julian. Julian does get a touch on that. Through to Egyptian Yo-Yo. He might not be offside, and he isn't. Runs through. Doesn't get reached, and it's a beautiful above the goalkeeper. Allahu Akbar. Now, graphical designer as the crowd goes wild over Egyptian Yo-Yo scoring. We might see the crowd going a lot more wilder, but graphical design keeps up applying that pressure on Actually Bad. Does end up stealing it, but Big Boy now going wide, waiting for that cross, and he does. It's a quick goal by Graphical, destroying that defense. Now Julian taking that kickoff. You know, this game has been interesting. Sadly, Graphical, as the chat stated before, he stole the moment from Egyptian, but Egyptian Yo-Yo might be looking to get a redemption, trying to keep classical Kickerz on that scoreboard now. Zavi gets it through to Julian. What a beautiful pass, and it's saved by Scrub. Amazing save. But that pass was lovely, simply lovely. I'm a Big Boy. Sees Nezusin. Nextaro did make a few sub changes. We'll see how that changes. Big Boy now gets through. Might have to cross it in, and he does cross it in. Graphical there, but Actually Bad. But Graphical takes it again. Timota block. Centauri now gets a bullet through, blocked by Actually Bad. Actually Bad being pressured by Kickerz. Julian now tries to flick it away, and he does. Egyptian Yo-Yo down the right side. Now we might see Egyptian Yo-Yo getting through, but he does run behind a little bit. Ben Hadi now surrounded by 3 players, and Centauro steals it away, but Actually Bad is running back, and he's not running towards the attackers, but Big Boy now sees the ball again, sees Graphical as well, but gets it through to Centauro. Nezusin, we haven't seen him on the left side now, but Nezusin, but to Kickerz, beautiful goal. I don't know why he's not taking the kick. Okay, and Julian finally takes the kick off after delaying it for a little bit, but 3-2 now after, you know, Julia. Okay, that was a bit unexpected, but Mzivius takes the ball now. You know, we have seen a decent change by Park Club after the sub changes, but we might see classic Kickerz pull off a masterclass here with Egyptian Yo-Yo also making sub changes. Timurtar gets it through, sees a few options. 4 attackers again in the box with unjected now behind. I think they've subbed off Ben Hadi for unjected, but shot. What a goal by Mzivius. 3-3. Now Kickerz taking the kickoff, and we have seen classic Kickerz getting through. Now I'm a big boy. Gets a weak pass to Centauri, but it does end up working out. Gets it far wide to Adzrock. You know, we haven't really seen him push up this game, but the referee should have called that being out maybe. But Centauri gets a chip, but cleared out. But Ericanu gets it wide, unlucky. Now keeper gets it to Timurtar. Sees Julian. Beautiful ball if he's not offside. But Adzrock sticking on him. And Adzrock intercepts that pass that was going to go through either Egyptian or Y7. Centauri sees Nezusin. Nezusin trying to push it up. Sees Kickerz. And it is gone through. Might have to get it to I'm a big boy. And waiting for that cross as they've been doing for this whole game. Egyptian Yo-Yo, if he tracked back a tiny bit, would have gotten that interception. But we might see a driven here. Sending Egyptian Yo-Yo, and it's into must by the defense. Centauri might have to get a bullet through. Gets it to SC, one of the substitutes, and cleared away to Nezusin. Clears it right back. Actually bad though. Takes it away from the possible attackers of Graphical and Kickerz. Y7 now. Tries to delay a bit, but Julian now on the right side. We've seen him on the left side for majority of this game, but decides to go for that switch. But Timurtar sees Zavi. It's a bit too powerful, but Adzrock's reach might reach up to him, and it does reach that away from Zavi. But Scrub now gets it through to Centauri. Constant pressure by classic Kickerz. They do want that goal. They just keep up with that press, but actually bad. Could have gotten that, but Centauri catches that pass, but Graphical now sees I'm a big boy all the way to the left. Does get that through. He just wants that moss, and Graphical, but Egyptian Yo-Yo does well with that moss and takes it away from them. And sorry about that. And now SC takes that to Graphical. Beautiful goal by Graphical, but it is a lag call. Didn't catch that, my bad. Now Julian to Timurtar. Did get lucky with that lag call. Would have been 4-3 now, but if classic Kickerz do manage to score in these 30 seconds, this would be very interesting. Didn't call that out. Actually bad now in that attack. Does get it through to actually bad. Tries to flick it through, but Centauri takes it away, but actually bad again takes it back. Unjected. Pressuring. Does SC does take it away with 15 seconds left on the clock. Classic Kickerz are going to have to take this away pretty quickly. 30-second extra time. Might have to apply more pressure here. The moment this gets through, a bit too powerful. Would have went straight to Kickerz, but did miss that up. SC now has a few seconds, does lag a little bit. I don't know why the referee didn't call that. It's a goal, but they should have called lag. They are going to call VAR. They did lag quite a lot. I don't know, that shouldn't count. Now the referee making the decision. I don't know why he's adding suspension to a lag call. No goal. Okay, classic Kickerz do have one more chance to score. 3-3. Might be a yellow card, and it is a yellow card. The goalkeeper now. Will we see classic Kickerz scoring again with 15 seconds left on the clock? Unjected. Takes it through, but stolen by Graphical Designer. Graphical Design. I'm a big boy. They might have sold this with 3 seconds left on the clock. We'll have to call LA soon, and it does. What a story. 4-3